Following on from our first method of revision, the Pomodoro technique, this short video is about another revision technique called the blurting out method. You know, when you have something in your head and you just kind of blurt it out, you just say it all in one go. That, in effect, is what this method is about. So the purpose of this is that it helps to figure out what it is that you know, and it allows you to identify what you need to know. Because quite often when we go through that process of revision, we either stick to what it is that we know, therefore we don't really unpick what we don't know, or we can get kind of lost in the mire of what we don't know. And what this does is it allows us to do both. It's a process to repeat, and you repeat it and you repeat it and repeat it until you recall everything that you need to know. And the other thing that this method does is it helps to purposely frame revision guides and additional resources. A lot of people, when they pick up a revision guide, they stick to it almost as if it's gospel. And it doesn't become a tool, it becomes a crutch. And what we need to do with the revision guides is we need to use them for their intended purpose, to help guide your revision and to offer support, not necessarily tell you what to say. So with that in mind, there is a process, like with everything. So the first thing you need to do with this method is you need to get organised. Pen, highlighters, paper, post-it notes. You need to pick your topic, and then you need to write down everything that you can remember about that topic. Once you've got to kind of the end of everything that you know and you've exhausted all of your ideas, you then pick up your revision guide or your additional resources to check the information that you have put down, but also to write down anything that you couldn't remember. Once you've noted down anything that you had forgotten that you couldn't remember, you take the time and you read through your notes nice and slowly. Read through those notes, particularly the bits that you couldn't remember the first time round. Then you pop that piece of paper to the side, and then you get a clean piece of paper and you write down everything that you could remember. And the question is, could you now remember more? Have you been able to remember and recall those pieces of information that you couldn't remember before? There are slight variations or other pathways that you could use for this. Because it is blurting out information, you could talk it out. You could sit with a group of friends and literally just say everything that you can remember on a topic, and what one person says might trigger a memory for another person, that might trigger a memory for another person. So you're talking it out, and you're using that conversation to help kind of get everything that you can remember out about that topic. You can use your voice notes on your phone, or go old school and get a dictaphone and just voice record. Say everything that you can remember, literally blurt out everything you can remember on that topic, everything you can remember about volcanoes, everything you can remember about your case study, everything you can remember about the application of that theory in business, everything you can remember about Romeo. Just get it out. You can mind map your information. You can use notes, or you can use this blurting out of information to create your cue cards. It's a relatively quick method, but it's a method that is repetition based. So what do you remember? I think I can remember all of this. Check, forgot point A and point B. Get it down. Read your notes, go back through, write it down. So it's a really quick little method to use. And it's one that would fit perfectly within a Pomodoro of study. So that is our second little strategy of revision.